Internationally renowned award-winning recording artist, performer, and songwriter Pavlo has become famous for bringing every audience to their feet. Over the span of his 20-year career, Pavlo's released 11 albums of his own music, plus 2 collaborative albums and 3 television specials that continue to air on PBS across America and Canada. Bear Grease is an Indigenous twist to the classic musical Grease. This Indigenous representation is performed masterfully by an all-star Indigenous cast, fusing doo-wop, hip-hop, powwow music, Indigenous culture, language, and comedy. After all, comedy is the best medicine.
Oh, it was awesome! I love it. Everybody should go see it. It was so interactive and it was so culturally relevant. I just really loved it. It was so nice to see.
Oh, so good. I loved all the lyrics. They were so hilarious and just making it come to life, making Indigenous country proud.
Yeah, it's amazing. I recommend it to you a lot.
Hello, I'm almost Johnny Cash.
David James and Big River are often described as one of the most authentic Johnny Cash tribute shows touring today. James and his band look and sound like the legacy of the Man in Black, and when they step on stage, they live it. From the way Cash holds his guitar to the way he talks to his audience, the legendary musician lives again.
I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train
We got 4 individuals that are very strong in their departments. We got Todd Sacherty on the bass, holding down the bottom end. Duncan Simmons on lead guitar. Johnny's original band had a steel player, so we kind of bring that back. We got Colin Stevenson holding down the drums. Oldest guy in the band, but he's young at heart. Together, we're just unstoppable.
When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
Middle Raged is a hilarious live sketch comedy review starring Jerry Hall of 22 Minutes and Second City and Gary Pearson from Mad TV and Corner Gas that explores life between 30 and 65, from raising kids to financial stress to dealing with elderly patients to going to more funerals than weddings and even trying to keep romance alive through Outlander roleplay in the bedroom.
Now, I find my approach...
Maybe don't mansplain my job to me after 10 billion years in the office.
Fine. Tell me something, girl. Did you put plastic in the compost bin? I told you this before. They don't accept the plastic bags from the store.
To pass the time during the lockdown of live entertainment due to COVID, 5 guys from 3 different bands decided to get together and play some songs when it was safe to do so. After a few practice sessions, it was clear that things were beginning to gel, and the guys were enjoying the experience to the point where one of them said, "This should be an interesting project." Then guy number 6 joined a while back and is the only unretired member. While not all stars, they are all over 60, and they all enjoying cover music from the golden years of rock and roll. Countermeasure features 12 of Canada's top vocal talents, performing innovative arrangements of pop favorites, classic jazz standards, and original songs. Incorporating innovative live looping, instrument imitation, and vocal percussion, Countermeasure enthralls their audiences worldwide with their dramatically choreographed shows and flawless harmonies.
Whenever the rain falls, I hear your name, and I remember the way, the frenzy felt like home again, like a wave of yesterdays crashing to the shore. I close my eyes
Juno Award-winning powerhouse Canadian band of dynamic musicians from one family, known for thrilling audiences with their stellar musicianship, passionate vocals, evocative arrangements, and step dancing. Crossing many genres, Leahy combines vocals, piano, fiddle, button accordion, drums, bass, acoustic and electric guitars with contemporary feel to push their sound from Celtic to the edge of folk rock. Time Country Music Alberta nominated recording artist Trevor Panzak's first songs learned on guitar were by Don Williams. It came full circle when Trevor was given the opportunity to open up 5 shows on Don Williams' final Canadian tour. At 6'5" and known in some circles as Canada's Gentle Giant, Trevor and his band will share familiar renditions and new interpretations of the music of one of the most beloved artists of all time, the original Gentle Giant, Don Williams.
Where I go to come back from the world that's turning crazy, back from the roar of the radio news, back down the earth and the roots that raised me, right to the things worth holding on to, back to the air that's worth me breathing, back to the place where I can see reality, back to being me.
The Barry McNeils and East Coast Christmas is a musical potpourri of traditional McNeil family favorites. With their captivating vocals, distinctive harmonies, and extraordinary musicianship, the Barry McNeils inject new life and energy into the sights and sounds of Christmas.
Then let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day. Snowman, snow house, hey, play with me. Shake the snow down from the tree. Mi Emmanuel, Hawaii small, we never meet in Getayo. Mi Emmanuel, Hawaii small, we never. Children are all smiling in this town, and the things we haven't done, it doesn't matter.
Christmas is Jess Moskaluk's favorite time of year. The twinkling lights, the frosty evergreens, and especially the time spent with family and extra cheer and care for one another. Jess is bringing all of that and more with her Winter Wonderland tour.
Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at this show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand. Just holding your hand. We're riding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be.
Buzz Brass is a Canadian brass quintet that offers dynamic performance of classical works, reinterpreted through trumpet, horn, and trombone. With a wide appeal, the group was a top 10 pick at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Their repertoire spans from classical to ragtime to jazz, and they've collaborated with symphony orchestras across Canada. Buzz Brass delivers brass at its best, with intelligence, whimsy, and skill.
Is it easier to let it all go? Light it up and just get gone all night and day. Painted all kinds of fake, sleep my life away.
Amy Bishop and the Hopeless Sinners are also an onstage presentation. Amy Bishop's voice is a combination of smooth pavement and rough gravel, with the ability to charm listeners with her sweet tones, yet stun audiences with the ability to hit any high note. Most recently, you may have seen her as a finalist on CTV's The Launch, where she wowed the panel and won over the hearts of Canadians across the nation. The Sheepdogs were the first unsigned band to make the cover of Rolling Stone magazine and have gone on to a career featuring multi-platinum album sales and 4 Juno Awards. The Sheepdogs are on the road frequently between recordings. They have headline tours across Canada and the United States, the United Kingdom, Eastern and Western Europe, and Australia, and have performed at a number of large festivals, including South by Southwest, Coachella, Glastonbury, Bonnaroo, and Lollapalooza.
It should have been me. I know you can find the truth. It could have been you. It should have been me. I know you can find the truth. I gotta believe in the depths of my soul. Don't you know that it's a long way to go when you like to rock and roll, yeah.
Canada's Ballet Jorgens Anna Green Gables The Ballet will be the first time the story has been authorized for creation as a full-length ballet. This creation is made possible through the assistance of the heirs of Lucy Maud Montgomery. A full-size symphonic ballet score will be created as an extended orchestration of the Anna Green Gables musical, made possible through a partnership with Avonlea Productions Limited and Earnshire Productions Limited. Cheeky Laura was born in Spain in 1982 and grew up in Madrid, and his bones and songs finally settled down in the Basque Country. He was born as a world traveler musician, and the thousands of miles traveled for many years as a member of Cantica de Macau, a band where he was composer, singer, and guitarist, have come to place Cheeky Laura in a haven of peace in his solo career that just started recently.
Directrice de su propia religión. No malgaste la saliva. Piedra, papel o cartón. Vientos de contrabando. Aires de libertad. Mi armadura es de grafeno. No hay golpes que la puedan quebrar.
After a tornado wiped out his neighborhood, Rory Gardner started making funny videos to give his family and neighbors something to smile about. His first video went viral and eventually led to a TED Talk. When the world went into lockdown, he amplified that humor virality to the rest of the world through over 30 million views on TikTok and other platforms.
Was in so much pain, my buddy blocked me on Facebook, which is pretty much the same. He'd grow his own food and fix his own car. My Uber Eats guy's late, so I gave him 1 star. Modern day problem. This bread has gluten in it. Modern day problem.
My ex changed the Netflix password.
The Great Canadian Road Trip will have 3 Canadian legends performing for one unforgettable night in Prince Albert, featuring Doc Walker,
These old shoes, they've walked for miles and miles. And these old shoes, they've walked through life unafraid. This old guitar, I got it when I was a child. This old guitar, well, it still has something to say. It's been a
The Irish Descendants are a four-piece folk group from St. John's, Newfoundland. All members are born of Irish immigrants, which explains their deep understanding of the music they perform. The Irish Descendants have been recognized with numerous awards that include 4 East Coast Music Awards, including Entertainer of the Year, a Juno Award, their national TV show Misty Morning Shore won a Gabriel Award, and 2 of their 14 studio recordings went gold here in Canada.
In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I want to be in the warm hold of your loving mind, to feel you all around me, to take your hand along the sand. But I may as well try and catch the wind. When sundown hails the sky, I wanna hide a while behind your smile. Everywhere I look, your eyes I find. And standing in your heart is where I want to be, I long to be. But I may as well try and catch the wind.
Chris Funk's redefining wonder is an engaging and visceral multimedia experience that has audiences talking and scratching their heads for years to come. Finally, a magic show with live music! Chris has pioneered the use of instruments like the violin, guitar, flute, and more into his illusions. His parents wanted him to be a musician, but he wanted to be a magician. Chris tells the story of how he integrated his love for music and magic in a show unlike any other.
Darling, can I hold you here under the moon tonight, as it gives out the glow its spiral to the evening sky, gently reminding me how we set the bar for me to give you everything I got here in my heart. Before I met you, moons were just haunting the night. Guess I was walking blind, with 2 hearts leaning in, that's how it begins. And soon love will leave you looking at it all in a brand new light. Yeah, yeah, I said looking at it all in a brand new light.
Jeffrey Straker's songs have been used in TV, film, and stage productions, and saw him named Roots Folk Artist of the Year in both the 2020 and 2021 Saskatchewan Music Awards. He took home a Western Canadian Music Award in 2019 and has twice been named Keyboard Player of the Year at the Saskatchewan Country Music Awards. Joining him for this one night of exceptional singing and songwriting will be Royal Wood. Since being proclaimed Songwriter of the Year by iTunes in 2010, Wood has continued to evolve and hone his musical craft while maintaining a unique identity.
Waiting for someone like you, pocket full of memories, best all made for 2. From now on till our end of days, it's me and you, you and me, how this love it will remain. Everything that I have to give, it is yours, 'cause we're in love and I'm still falling. Yeah, you were made for me, and I belong to you. This we can agree, love will carry us through it all. It's me and you.
Often referred to as the next Victor Borge, Sarah Hagen has transformed her award-winning role as concert pianist into a stand-up, or rather, sit-down comedy. Pairing anecdotes with music, Perk Up Pianist takes audiences deep inside the world of a classical musician as she shares her earnest efforts to keep her spirits up in the midst of troublesome times.
Things audience members have said to me. some of these. They emailed to me so I could relive them anytime I wanted. A man was waiting for me after another concert and he said, "Sarah, don't worry that you're not beautiful." And I said, "Oh, I'm not worried. I actually don't think about it that much." And he said, "Well, good, because there's really nothing you can do about it."
The final onstage presentation will be Jack Garton, a lifetime musician proficient on many instruments. His repertoire includes dazzling combinations of trumpet and accordion, backed by a sensitive and groovy rhythm section. Like an old-time showman, Jack Garton will leave you humming his tunes, tired from dancing, and in love with the mystery of life.
There's an old cabin at the end of the road. Nobody lived there for years. Wasn't on land that it used to, but it seems it is a rich careers. Now he's pushing up roses at the graveyard next to the cranium of Mikey McGuire. And so I lit the fire. And so I lit the fire.
A fictitious male stripper troupe, played by a cast of some of Canada's best improvisational comedians, performs a sexy, hilarious improv comedy show. They try to be sexy, it just comes out funny. Constantly grooving and gyrating in between scenes, they banter with the crowd and perform their hilarious twists on improv sketches. So yes, every show is different.
Kind of ridiculous, the age we all are, that we're doing the most physical show of our lives.
Everyone's old.
Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you out during our 2023-2024 season at the E.A. Rawlinson Centre for the Arts.